Will used to be a very sad little boy, and now he is happy almost all the time. So in this video, we're going to see Will's before and his after. Hey EllisFamLifers, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is EllisFamLife, #autistictwins, where we like to do three things. We want to raise awareness and acceptance for nonverbal autism, relate to you and the autistic person in your life, and educate by sharing examples and stories of our life with nonverbal autistic twins, Alex and Will. So new friends and old friends, thank you for joining us. Today's video is a little story showing you before and after clips of Will for a long time, pretty much from the time that we knew he was autistic. So maybe like around age 2 or so, and they're 5 years old now. Will has always been the one that melts down more. And over the past few months, we've kind of seen him get a lot better, and we think that a lot of it was his teeth. His teeth were hurting, and a lot of it was pain. But you know, when you have children who are nonverbal, you don't really know what's wrong with them. They can't tell you why they're upset. I mean, they'll get upset and they'll cry, or they'll fuss, or they'll be cranky, but you don't really know why they're upset. And Will was no exception. He was the one that was just cranky all the time, and it was difficult to deal with him, and he was never happy. It was always like he was just petulant and irritable. And I thought that it was just an autism thing. I thought, well, it just must be his autism coming out, and he's always had problems sleeping, and he's always been the one that's harder to make him happy. And ever since we got his teeth fixed a couple of months ago, he's like a different kid, and the happy, silly boy that I saw glimpses of every once in a while actually came out for real. And so now, probably 95% of the time, he is so happy and silly, and I've been able to catch a lot of it on video, and it's such a blessed relief because he was so hard to deal with. And you know, you don't know what they're thinking, and when they're upset, you just try to cover all of the basic needs. Are you hungry? Are you thirsty? Do you need to go potty? Are you dirty? Do you need a diaper change? Are you sleepy? Do you need comfort? You know, all of those things on the Maslow hierarchy, you just try to help them the best you can. And so I feel like the last 3 years especially has just been hit or miss trying to figure out what is Will's problem. And so now looking back, of course, we see that a lot of it is he's been hurting, and now he's so much happier. And it's just so much fun to see. I had like lots of clips of him sad and unhappy and crying and, you know, all the things, and now he's happy. So anyway, just a fun little glimpse of Will before oral surgery and Will after oral surgery. It's like two different children. He's a different child completely. And granted, we're still working on teaching them how to talk and all of the things that we're working on, but this is so much better. He's at such a better place, and it helps us be at a better place because we're not walking around frustrated, not knowing what he wants. And I feel like he's even able to articulate himself a little better, even though he's not talking. So anyway, y'all just enjoy these little before and after clips of the completely different personalities of Will Ellis. So sad was before, and now we're after. We're at the happy stage. So I hope y'all enjoy.
Silent nights recalling you, a souvenir of what it could be. Pieces of my mind are yours. I forgot the parts I'm missing. I pretend that we are okay, like nothing's ever broken. And I pretend that we are dancing, like the nights are never ending.
Angel, are you getting sleepy? You are. You want me to hold you? Come here. Are you getting sleepy? Somebody's getting sleepy. Hey, sleepy boy. What about me? Hey. Hey, Sierra. Oh, sweet boy. Mommy's getting sleepy. It's okay. Okay. Don't cry. Don't cry. See, this is my sweet boy in the picture. This is my old sweet boy in the picture. Look at that sweet boy. He's good, sleepy. you doing? Patty cake. Patty cake. Baker's man. Baker's man.
All right, friends, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel, ring the bell for notifications. If you know of someone who has just found out that they're in the autism world, or they've just come to a diagnosis for their loved one, or they're struggling and they're alone and they don't know where to turn, then send them to our channel. Share this video, help us get our message out there, and leave me a comment and let me know your story. Have you had situations where, especially like being nonverbal, you don't really know what your kid is asking you or telling you, and they're crying for no reason? Do you have little situations where you figured it out, and how did you figure it out? So leave me a comment and let me know below what your experiences have been, and little glimpses of truth that you've discovered when dealing with your child who is nonverbal and or nonverbal autistic. Be sure to follow us on social media. We're on Facebook at EllisFamLife #autistictwins, and Instagram EllisFamLife_autistictwins. Shoot me a comment down below, leave me a message on Facebook or Instagram, and tell me your story. I'd love to connect with you. Thank you all for watching. Videos come out every Saturday, and sometimes more frequently when I really have a lot of energy and a lot of time, which doesn't happen very often. But y'all know how it is. Y'all know how complicated life is. But leave me a comment, and I will see y'all every Saturday. And as always, I look forward to next time.